Hello people, welcome to Unwrapped with me, your girl Helen. Today I'm chatting with a legend, and believe me, I'm so starstruck right now. These are the people that we've been watching for a long time. They've been in the industry from 80s, 90s, they were on TV, and a lot of us loved them, fell in love with him. I'm talking to one of them. I'm talking about Moses Sakala. Let's get chatting to Moses Sakala on the other side.
Hi, this is your girl Kantu and you're watching Unwrapped with Hellen. Stay glued.
Achanya Poba Zambia, it's the boy Kachinga all the way from the Coppola, and you're watching Unwrapped with the girl Hellen. Stay tuned, don't change no channel, iwe village sticker.
Hi, this is Rhoda and you are watching Unwrapped with Hellen. Stay glued.
Welcome back. I mentioned earlier that I'll be chatting with the legendary Moses Sakala. He was known from a duo, Sakala Brothers. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Hellen?
Good. I'm so glad to be talking to you right now.
Oh, the pleasure is mine.
All right.
Thank you.
Just take us a little bit about back into your life. Where were you born from? Eastern Province?
There used to be that rumor.
Yeah.
That Sakala Brothers came from Eastern Province. No, it's not true. It's because of the channel we took in life and singing songs at that age. But the truth is that we were born in Matero, in the greatest city within a city, Matero. So I went to school, Kizito Primary School in Matero. Went to secondary school at the Great Matero Boys Secondary School. And later on, Evelyn Horn College. Yeah, so I was born in Lusaka, Matero.
It's funny now that most of the people I meet who are born and raised in Matero, they don't like shifting from there. How was it for you?
There's something about Matero. When you're talking about issues of what do you call it? Umbilical cord,
yeah.
Matero has that. Once you touch Matero, you taste the fruit of Matero, you can never leave. You always get back there. So I usually go back to Matero all the time. I still have a lot of my sisters there. There's a lot about Matero, the inspirational things, the things that we're talking about today. You're talking about shopping malls, in these 2017 shopping malls. We had those things in Matero. We had play parks in Matero, community halls. We had all sorts of things taking place in Matero. You didn't need to travel to any place. Everything there. You didn't need to go to the village, for example. We found traditional practices in Matero. So we had contemporary life, cosmopolitan things, and so on. Matero was Matero. Not this Matero that people are faking now, talking about negative things about Matero.
Yeah,
Matero,
that's what we know.
No. It started as a joke, but the truth about Matero is that positivity. Once you pass through Matero, you become a fully baked person. So you can face life head on.
All right. You mentioned Evelyn Horn College. What did you go and study there?
Music. It was nothing but music. I went to do a bit of theory and guitar, because of the interest, because my life has been music. So we went for that.
All your life, if all your life you've loved music, was there an inspiration? Maybe your mother or your father who was inclined to music?
Well, in Senga, we call her a mama kuru. A mama kuru, it means there's no auntie. No, she's elder sister to my mother.
Yeah.
Very musical, Susana Daka. And my grandmother Mbonyiwe, those people around me really. My grandmother was blind. And then every time we come from church, it was a practice that time in the evenings we gather as a family, folk tales, and we're singing songs, gospel songs and so on. And she was blind, and she was always telling we were like 11, born 11, and some of us would gather there with all these people. She could say, "I love Moses' voice. He's the one who's singing there. Can you sing again and again?" And that was an early age.
Nice.
She introduced me to music. But again, the surroundings, like Mr. Kezias Zulu in our neighborhood was a traditional healer. Amazulu in just the neighborhood, there were a lot of drums playing, traditional drums everywhere around my surrounding. So I got inspired by all that, the community halls, the deliberate policy that was there by the government then, that every primary school had to have a traditional dance group, drama group, and we had all these things. Now they've been taken away from us, unfortunately, these community halls, but we had venues. So all these surroundings in Matero introduced me to, at a young age, to make tin and plastic, drums, and we were singing, and I was from one group to the other at an early age. I think that was my first discovery of my latent talent of music.
Okay, aside from that, what kind of a person, what kind of a child were you? You know, were you this too experimental child? Were you a good boy?
Well, that's what I observe my children. You know, I don't want. Sometimes I'm a bit skeptical. I don't want them to be to grow like they was growing. Very, very shy, very shy. So sometimes people would discover certain things in me. You know, they have to push me. You know, so I was quite shy. But when I touch the drum, when I do certain things, I was quite natural. Well, the surroundings in Matero, you know, we had all those groups and so on. They would force you to bring out things. But I was some kind of a shy child. I remember, because a lot of parents say, no, I used to pass #1, but I did myself. I think my teachers are still there. Mrs. Saidi should still be there. She taught me from grade 1 to about grade 5 and so on. And my teacher, I got a lot of #1, so I could hide my results. Because when I'm playing around with my friends, and some of them were number 20, you know, there were a lot of people, pupils in one classroom those days, others number 34, 40. So I had a lot of #1s actually. So I kept wondering these days, why did I hide?
You didn't want to make them feel bad? Or
I just wanted to mingle. And I was quite shy. So that's one interesting thing that sounds funny now. Because those days, when you're closing days, you have people with chains now. They want to whip some people, a bit skitty and so on. It was a very interesting childhood. But I started playing drums and singing. A lot of drama at an early age.
Okay, nice. On that note, I think let's take a break. But this break, I want you to pick any of your videos that we can show on this show.
Well, the video that talks about pride, I think, Mungoni. Ndine Mungoni, yeah.
Okay, let's check out Moses Sakala video, Mungoni.
Kwa nefuma munizi walini neo neni ne mungoni wawa munizi walini neo kwa nefuma munizi walini neo neni ne mungoni wawa nine mungoni neo neni ne mungoni wawa nine mungoni neo nine mungoni baba ichini tishango chofikira kwa mavuto mungoni sunga pele baba uyu ni mkondo wozichingirisha kuwadani mungoni sunga pele baba hey! Yengani walwa nimwe shoka ni nyama nirye nipeni lini na nilole munizi walini neo kwa nefuma munizi walini neo nene mungoni baba munizi walini neo kwa nefuma munizi walini neo nene mungoni baba nene mungoni neo nene mungoni yo nene mungoni baba nene mungoni neo nene mungoni wo nene mungoni baba uniziba nini neo kwa nefuma uniziba nini neo nene mungoni baba uniziba nini neo kwa nefuma uniziba nini neo nene mungoni baba nene mungoni nene mungoni nene mungoni neo nene mungoni baba nene mungoni nene mungoni njia, tikeni pamozi kunkwala. Oh, ngwenyama, bayete nkosi. Antuto, achilo, sanduluzeni, njengembaso. Siyamankosa mpezeni, wawera, nao wambirwa baliko. Wawera, hosi ya mankosa mpezeni. Wawera, nao wambirwa baliko. Wawera, anzamane wawera, amazima we wawera. Mafumu onse balongana, Mungoni sunga pere wawa. Angoni onse alongana, sebana banu. Tikeni pamozi kunkwala, tikeni pamozi kunkwala. Bayete nkosi, wasu kwa nekuma. Urizi warini leo, beni ni Mungu ni wawa.
Welcome back. So that's Moses Sakala with Mungoni, and that song is talking about how much we should be proud of our skin, of Africa, of being whatever you are, Bemba, Lozi, Eastern. Just be proud of who you are, right?
Yes. We
Okay.
have to be proud.
Okay. Was it some 4 years ago when we received some news that Sakala Brothers have gone separate ways? First, I want to know how you met, because you know what we all knew, that you guys were brothers.
Yeah. Interesting story. We have had some lovely times, Sakala Brothers. Beautiful journey indeed, with good drivers.
How did you meet?
We met at Matero Boys. Before, we didn't know each other with Levi. Yeah, we both were born in Matero, but you know Matero is so big. It's a huge. So Levi grew near Independence Stadium there, and I grew up near Mlongoti Primary School somewhere there. So those who know Matero know that mapping. We met at Matero Boys Secondary School. Those days when you passed to go to grade 8, oh, you were special. You were a celebrity. You know. So that's how we met. Started talking because we were sitting next to each other. Very talkative guy, Levi. And I was like, oh, is this guy? He's talking all the time.
Yeah.
Very shy. Yeah. So he was following me around, you know, and somehow it was like some kind of a romantic relationship.
They call it a bromance.
Bromance. Yeah. I don't want to be misquoted.
Like when it's two guys.
Yeah. He was
it's
always
bromance.
asking me questions.
Yeah.
But he talks too much, this guy. So, you know, so that's how we met. And then because of the music, Levi had a music background from Mbilima Primary School, and I had a traditional dance and singing background also from Kizito. So we clicked. There was some chemistry there because we started talking about songs. And Levi, influenced me to join the choir because there was no traditional dance group that time at secondary school at Matero Boys. Okay. So it was at Matero Boys. So we stayed together the whole secondary school life from grade 8 to grade 12. And then started writing songs, love songs, pop songs. I was a very good break dancer, by the way.
You can show us a skill. Can
of
you?
Course.
The wave. Nice.
I can still do the break dancing.
Oh, really?
The robot that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting.
Okay.
That's how we met, and then I think we wrote our first songs like Mamayo, Kumawa, and so on. So it was at Matero Boys Secondary School.
Having been friends, brothers, and having worked together for so many years, do you know how many years, or you even lost count?
1986.
That's like 30 something years.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
31
almost,
years.
3 decades, more than that, yeah.
What happened when I think we all received it with a blow the time we just heard, the guys are going separate ways. What happened?
As you may know, nothing stays forever. I think sometimes you have to believe that way. We have had positive things and beautiful times. It's such a great journey we did with the support of Zambian people. My musical career with Levi as Sakala Brothers was amazing. And some people sometimes say you thought we were brothers. And then some people, religious, of course, told us, I think God put you together, for a purpose. And I think it was that. Yeah. So at some point, Levi has always wanted to save, the church as a clergy person. I remember when we had Matero Boys, he almost joined the Marianist Brothers because he was Pentecostal. I'm Catholic.
Okay.
He's Pentecostal. I'm Catholic. But we blended well, and I went to his church. He came to Catholic church. So at some point, people didn't even know who belonged where. He wanted to become a brother. You can imagine that after secondary school, he wanted to join the brothers. So that's how much he wanted to work as clergy. So he has always wanted to do that. But I think Sakala Brothers at their own time, and at some point he had to do that. But for him, of course, he called it a calling. And I've always believed that matters of religion, you don't debate, because no one wins. So when he said, my calling, I have to go and do this, and become a reverend and serve, work with the church. It was not easy, because that bondage that was there. We've been to all continents of the world, toured together across Africa and everywhere else.
So you didn't have any difference?
No. Because we talked about it before. We talked about it before. But not easy, for me, because my life partner, I allowed, the chemistry that we had was, at some point, we were friends, best friends. At some point, I think I chose somehow not to be best friends, to allow him to find his best friends, so that he becomes a brother automatically. That made us stay for a long time. Okay. It wasn't an easy thing when he said he was leaving. It wasn't as easy as it's told now. We had to talk, and we had to do this and do consulting. But at some point, you try to understand that, okay, he's made a decision. And this is a calling. Who's going to stop a calling? All I did is say, we keep the doors open. Because Sakala Brothers developed such a huge family over the years. People are following Makewani music. Yeah. So I have to keep on with Makewani music. And then he goes that way. We blessed each other. And,
how's your relationship like though right now?
Yeah, when you say we blessed each other, it's positive. Yeah. We talk, and then he says, I've made my decision. I'm a reverend now, so I want you to come. I am getting ordained and so on. And then I've continued with the band, with the studio, with the music academy that we started because there is no way I can let down Zambian people who rallied behind us in terms of Makewani music that we created. So it was timeless, and it has to go on and on. So we talk, and then the doors are open. If we have any projects we can do together in the near future, no problem. But he's into that. He's made a choice, a decision, and that's it. Of course, fans can be like, wow, you get phone calls. Yeah. It was from Europe, wherever I've been, people communicating in Zambia, from Kasama, everywhere. What is going on? What? Can you imagine people could text, I haven't eaten the whole day today. What is going on? Sakala Brothers.
Because it was like all over, and we were all just thinking, did they fight?
No, there was no fighting. We talked about it, but you see, naturally, it's like death. Someone dies, you have to accept and then move on with life and so on and so on. But when you have this relationship that was there for a long time, but with time, we can see now it's 4 years and people, we've moved, and so far so good, no problem.
Then came, and you're married to Angela Nyirenda?
Yes, I'm married to Angela Nyirenda.
Why did people talk so much about your marriage? It was like, they're getting married. Why were people against your marriage?
Are they against, or?
There was a lot, this part which was, no, they shouldn't get married, and then this part which was saying, they can get married.
I guess that's the price that you pay for being in the limelight. It's a heavy load, and it's all this. It's a good thing when people are talking about you. Mm-hmm. I remember at some point when we were announcing our engagement and so on, and then one friend of mine called me, wow, this is a great thing, you are on headlines. Yeah. Zambian musicians used not to be in a newspaper headline, so this is a great thing. It shows that you're doing something. Well, Angela is a special story in Zambian music as far as I'm concerned. The mother sent her to Lusaka to meet Sakala Brothers. So it starts from there. She was a big fan of Sakala Brothers. There were ladies that met me and they were telling me, we fought. I broke Angela's CD because my husband kept talking about Angela's face. That was Angela Nyirenda, 2004. It was something that became so big that we couldn't even handle it. I remember writing the songs for Angela, and I was making some kind of warnings. I think maybe this was a big project. After I did Chatel, Chikondi Chamumdima, so I was looking for a female artist because I have a passion. I love to write songs.
Together? How is it working together? Especially that when she came on the scene, almost all the men were like, this is the kind of woman every man should get. Did that affect you somehow?
No, it's natural. I mean, it's natural. You've seen Zambian celebrities talking about the Zambian scenario, even outside Zambia. To be a female artist, to be a male artist, to be in limelight, it's not easy. So it can be different when it comes to your case. So I could hear stories from men. Some people don't want to talk to me because I'm associating with Angela Nyirenda. Some females don't want to see, Some of it was romantic, some of it was interesting and so on. So there were a lot of things around. But what I picked out of it was that it was a successful project, because I remember more than 30,000 people went to Mlungushi, and Mlungushi could only take 5,000 people that night when we were launching Angela Nyirenda. And we're proud that we've made a success. We've brought up an artist in Zambia. So working with Angela has been interesting that time. Today we are used to these stories. Today you hear, no, Angela Nyirenda is not there, they have split, they have come back. She's my dear wife. I have 4 children, of course. Kuala, Taonga.
Is it with her?
I have 2 with her.
Okay.
Yes. With Angela Nyirenda, there's Luami and Tokozi. Yes. And then there's Kuala, who's my firstborn, and Taonga. Yes, she's my dear wife, very much so, because I hear stories every week.
Yeah, I needed emphasis. Okay, let's take another break, then we continue chatting on the other side. All right, so we're still chatting with Moses Sakala, so stay tuned.
My name is KB and you are watching Unwrapped with Hellen. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. I'm still chatting with Moses Sakala. Great, interesting story. I want to talk about a lot of things, but time is not allowing us. Yeah. You've never released an album ever since you guys went separate ways, eh?
No, not at all. I mean, people were asking me, calling me and so on, and the media, press, friends and so on. Hey, what's going on? I think personally I needed time to reflect and just take it easy. Some people call it chill.
Yeah, and especially that you are used to working with someone.
Yeah, I needed time to really have a clear picture, just to reflect and. So now I think time has come. Okay. Time has come to move. I've done, because Makewani music is flowing. Mm-hmm. It's been 4 years since Levy left. So I'll be releasing 3 things, 2 albums. Mr. Moses Sakala and Madaliso. Those are my 2 albums. I'll have a double launch. There's too much music.
When should we expect?
I think end of August we need to hit the airwaves, and then also Odini, our base, where we'll be based now. Odini, down in Charleston. There, that's where we'll find Makewani music. Sakala Brothers will be there, and other friends and other musicians. Okay. Because that's what I've been working on. So we're good to go.
That's the place where you'll be performing at.
Yes, nice. There'll be a lot of local content there. A lot of things will be happening at Odini. Nice. So look out for Odini. That's where we'll be doing our music, our live concerts, and so many other things for the youths. The academy thing that we're doing at Playhouse will also extend to Odini in Charleston.
Okay, so we'll be waiting for that.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, we'll be waiting. Okay, we'll take another break.
Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I need you. Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I miss you. Wekantemia temia kandi now, don't you know that I love you? I love you. Kantemia temia kandine waya kwisa. Musakuta wandine wafitisha. Mona nomba wafilwa ukukwisha. Ichilaka wampelewe mwine. Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I miss you. Wekantemia temia kandi now, don't you know that I love you? Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I need you. Wekantemia temia kandi now, don't you know that I love you? Wekantemia temia kandi waya kwisalelo, I need you. I love you. Kantemia temia kandi ne walola kwisa. Obuchushi na bunteka kukalili. Ndeshingwa nano bulanda ne kafye. Kwati fiensha ishibe chibumbwanga iwe. Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I need you. Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I miss you. Wekantemia temia kandi now, don't you know that I love you? Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I need you. Wekantemia temia kandiwaya kwisalelo, I miss you. Wekantemia temia kandi.
Welcome back. We've come towards the end of the program.
Well, thanks.
So many questions, less time.
Thanks very much. It was a pleasure. You know,
Yeah.
you were such a brilliant interviewer.
Oh, thank you. I'm humbled to get that from
bringing
you.
out things from me, things I've never said before. I don't know.
That's why it's called Unwrapped. All right, so I have to let you go now, but I want you to give your last words to your fans.
Well, thanks very much to Sakala Brothers fans, to Moses Sakala fans and friends. For me, it's very important that I let you know that I will never let you down. Makiwani music lives on. Makiwani music is timeless, and then it will go on. Look out for these two projects that are coming this year from Moses Sakala. And you know, we need to leave this country better than we found it. So take care of yourselves, whatever you do, whatever your career is. Peace and love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And I love your Sakala Brothers Art Center. Seen almost everything, traditional stuff.
Yes, we have to blend, you know, the modern and the rural and urban, and we have everything from guitars, pianos, ngoma, voice, dance. Make a date, come here and learn how to dance and sing, and you know, have fun. You're most welcome anytime.
I'm coming. Alrighty, so I hope you've enjoyed the interview, you guys. I hope you've learned something from Moses Sakala. I have, and we've known him, we've unwrapped him. Hope we've unwrapped him enough. Time wasn't with us. I had so many questions for him, but I hope you enjoyed. This has been your girl Helen, and from me, the entire Unwrapped crew, it's bye-bye. But remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Helen, follow our links to our YouTube channel, and watch all our episodes. Bye-bye.